I'm back with 3 real horror stories. But before the video starts, don't forget to support us with a like. Like the video, nothing will be missing from you, and it will not hurt you. It's just a moral support for us to keep making more videos like this. Thank you for your understanding, dear viewers. A dead deer in the middle of the road. On his way back home, a man decided to take a shortcut, even if it was deserted. He was surprised after walking for some time in that narrow path that there was a dead deer in the middle of the road. A fast car coming from either side of the car in the surrounding forest. So he got scared, thinking that it was a pack of wolves. He drove his car quickly back until he returned to the main road, only to be surprised the next day that the police had found a man who had been burned alive on the same day. That forest and the traces indicate that it was an offering in a satanic ceremony. So he knew that the deer was a plot of the devil's worshippers to capture the ram of the Holocaust. He looked at his father with frightening sharp eyes. Father was taking care of his little boy, who was still crawling and had not yet uttered his first word. So he took advantage of his child's preoccupation with his toy, a set of plastic tools to lie on the sofa. And before falling asleep for a few seconds, he saw his child crawling towards him, then standing, leaning on the sofa. He brought his little face close to him and then waved a plastic hammer in front of his father's face with a frightening sharpness. He said, with his eyes a complete and clear sentence, "I will kill you one day with a hammer, father," to return later. They loved. To his game. After he really terrified his father, was he one of the jinn who clothed his little body, or was he really the killer of his father in the future? She found one of her students walking down the street. One night, while the high school teacher was going to her home, she found one of her students walking down the street, so she stopped and asked him. He tells her that he hasn't caught the last train and has to walk a long way towards the student residence. She suggested that he sleep at her house nearby. He agreed to that. Her house consisted of a bedroom and a kitchen, so she slept on the bed while he slept on the floor before she fell asleep. I was surprised that he woke her up and said to her in all seriousness, "Get up, let's have dinner out." So she tells him he can eat the pizza left in the fridge. He told her that I wanted to go to the restaurant, but she was afraid of him. She quickly dressed, and they left the house. And as soon as I drove a little, I yelled at him, "What's wrong with you? You really scared me." He said with panic, "There is a man sleeping under your bed." Indeed, the police arrested a homeless man who slept under her bed every night for more than 2 months. It seems that the young man saw him after he turned over in his sleep, but he was afraid that he would be discovered. Perhaps he was carrying a weapon. That is why he wanted to immediately get his teacher out of there. Here we have reached the end of today's video. We hope that today's stories have won your admiration and raised some feelings of fear in you. Support us by subscribing to the channel and liking the video to continue to provide the best. Thank you to our loyal followers.